Observe constantly that all things take place by change, and accustom thyself to consider that the nature of the universe loves nothing so much as to change the things which are and to make new things like them, meaning everything that essentially, fundamentally, principally happens and becomes real around ourselves as well as within ourselves in our lives, in the world, happens because of the inevitable, intricate, sovereign, irreversible, and invisible and invincible principle of change itself that dominates not just the whole universe, the cosmos, and causes constant frictions, chaos, and conflicts in the outer space, as a result of which there is life, planets, stars, bodies of new kinds, because the universe always uses change, or change is always going to be there to create new things out of the existing ones, and that also causes constant growth, progress, learning, and interferences, interruptions, and basically adaptations, rectifications in each and every one of our lives in an invisible, unidentifiable, unrecognizable manner, because we're not always that aware, because we're always living in a perpetual, never ending state of ignorance, arrogance, and the desire for validation, possession, wealth, respect, fame, riches never ends, and that's why we never again are able to recognize anything significantly in our lives or anything fundamental critical that happens to us or that takes place, transpires in our surroundings. So that's how we become ignorant, and that's how we are limited, finite, and restricted in intelligence, knowledge, consciousness to understand this connection between the universe, soul, human being, change, etc. But everything that happens because of this principle of change, which is or which has its own sovereignty, responsibility, individuality, distinction, virtue, and other qualities, as a result of which there is always growth and mutation and new species and organisms in the world as well as in the universe. So all this happens because of the denied, refused, overlooked principle of change, and we also suffer, struggle unnecessarily from torment, and betrayal, rejection, and criticism from our lives, not just because of societal bias, political chaos, or basically ignorance of the public or mediocrity, but because of our unwillingness to move with change, because we do not accept change in our lives, because we do not adapt ourselves to changing situations, environments, circumstances, we suffer, struggle for unnecessary torments unconditionally. So that's how